I am Sylvester Cadet, the ITU program officer in the ITU area office in Barbados. The ITU, the International Telecommunications Union, is the UN specialized agencies for ICTs and telecommunications. We operate very closely and in collaboration with governments around the world. The ITU has about 198 members as part of, and I'm speaking specifically of the various countries, 198 countries as member states. And then, of course, there is the private sector as well as academia forming part of the membership of the ITU. The ITU does engage in a number of various aspects of ICT development throughout the world. And one such event like is happening today, World Telecommunications and Information Society Day, is one such event that is geared towards basically bringing a certain kind of awareness and sensitization to the various aspects of ICTs and telecommunications and how they serve as a very interesting platform for sustainable development. ICT, of course, permeates through every single aspect of our lives these days, from agriculture to climate change to the health services sector, the financial services sector, and of course the ICT and telecom sector in and of itself. And then it goes without saying that when one considers issues related to traffic and road safety, when it comes to disaster and disaster mitigation, these are some of the critical areas that one would deal with on a day-to-day basis in areas of the Caribbean, and also in terms of issues related to business development, issues related to social change, and of course issues related to I mentioned climate change. So these are some of the fundamentals that the ITU deals with. Today is World Telecommunications and Information Society Day, and it marks the anniversary of the ITU. This year is the 149th anniversary, such that next year we would be celebrating 150th anniversary of the establishment of the ITU. It is the oldest UN agency, and today what it is geared to do is, as I mentioned, sensitize individuals. It really started off back in 1969 when we started celebrating in earnest. One of the things I should mention is that there is always that close-knit collaboration with the ITU and the member states. And surely in the case of Barbados, the ITU has worked very closely, what I consider to be a creative and cohesive combination in terms of partnership. We bring together the various countries in the region. We bring together the regulatory bodies. We bring together private sector, the industry, civil society, and of course academia in order to address some of the critical issues related to ICTs and how that they could leverage even the traditional sectors. Here in Barbados, one of the areas that is critical at this point in time is the tourism sector. And ICTs is really a fantastic tool for addressing development in the tourism sector. In fact, one of the best industries for assimilating ICTs is tourism, because it's an information product from start to finish. And therefore, these are some of the areas that could be looked at. Then, of course, in terms of the theme for this year, Broadband for Sustainable Development, you're looking at the development of appropriate infrastructure, the physical enabling infrastructure that can lend itself readily to leveraging all the various traditional sectors, whether it be agriculture, whether it be the health services sector, the financial services sector, etc. Sorry. So that in itself, it will leverage those sectors towards new areas of development. Then, of course, there are areas, as I mentioned, in relation to security. As you begin to develop these infrastructures, And as you begin to place more and more information on the internet and in the cloud and in cyberspace, then of course you have issues related to cybersecurity and cybercrime. Barbados have experienced in the past cyber attacks, and therefore this is one area in which the ITU collaborates very closely with Barbados and indeed the rest of the region in dealing with issues related to cybersecurity. Just recently, the ITU signed an agreement with the Barbados government to develop a cert. And really, what that is, it's really, in a nutshell and in its simplest terms, an agency which deals specifically with, first and foremost, planning, mitigating against, and also responding to issues related to cybercrime and cybersecurity. So these are some of the areas of collaboration. We collaborate on issues related to spectrum. Spectrum is very important for the various operators and service providers like Lime, Flow, Digicel to operate. It is those frequencies upon which these institutions, these companies really leverage their business. And therefore, the ITU setting the standards for these, for the use of the frequency spectrum and collaborating very closely with governments as well as regulators in ensuring that everyone conform and that the quality of service, the nature of the services and the diverse range of services can be provided in order to boost and develop the various sectors of the economy. So these are some of the areas that the ITU collaborates with Barbados in. Just recently you had various issues related to climate and other issues related to disasters in the region. St. Lucia as a typical example, St. Vincent. And response to this is of critical importance. Hence the ITU, through the Tampere Convention, also assists various member states in ensuring that they can respond adequately to issues related to disasters. Haiti as a typical example, where the ITU deployed quite a number of key installations and other equipment that would assist in mitigating and, of course, in terms of responding to such disasters. So quite a bit of collaboration on the part of the ITU in the region and surely here in Barbados.
I'm Colin Depredine, Dean of the Faculty of Science and Technology, Cave Hill Campus, the University of the West Indies. I'm here representing the faculty at this event because we would have a vested interest, of course, in telecommunications and information technology. The principal of the campus, Sir Hilary Beckles, has started, this strategic period, 2012-2015, he's made science a priority and he started the Science Initiative, of which my faculty is to take the lead. And part of that initiative is to to expand outreach and get out into the community to get people to, or to give people a chance to see what it is we're doing, teaching-wise, research-wise, and also to expand science and technology within the island and the region. So today I came with the intention of talking about some of the projects that we are doing at the faculty that will expand telecommunication and ICT use in Barbados and the region. There are three main areas. Within the faculty, we are using ICT to better connect to our students. So, for example, we realize our students are now mobile or use a lot of mobile technology, tablets and smartphones. And so and they also use a lot of services within what we say is the cloud, for example, Facebook and Twitter. So we have decided to make use of some of those technologies. So the faculty has started, for example, our Twitter web page, and we've experimented with that for the year to better get in touch with our students. But one thing we have done definitely at this stage is we've started to create mobile apps. We've created a mobile app for the Android platform, and we will go to the Apple iOS next. But the good thing about this app is that it allows us to better communicate with our students. Many of our students say they don't bother to look at the notice board. They would prefer to have an app. So internally, we're using IT to better connect. Now, from a research perspective, we started 2 groups. One called the Applied Software Group, and another one called the Power User Group. The purpose of the Applied Software Group is to allow us to use software and create software to make Barbados and the region more competitive. What I mean by that is, for example, we may build something hardware-wise, but you would find that other countries, after building something hardware-wise, would then use the software to improve performance, to allow better maintenance, to reduce costs. In other words, they would use the software to give themselves a competitive edge that we won't have here. So what we want to do is, with this group, the Applied Software Group, is to allow the creation of software in areas that we are not familiar with or don't pay too much attention to give the private sector and the public sector that competitive edge we need to compete on the real world market. Okay? Now with the Power User Group, while we have a very good IT program, computer science IT program, we realize that there are a lot of areas that we can't touch within the 3 years. So the Power User Group will allow us to help expand our students' advanced knowledge. So students will get an opportunity to get training in areas that they typically will not get in the courses themselves, advanced areas. So for example, Microsoft Trinidad has agreed to send a representative to us at the end of this month to train our students in some of their programs and student programs and advanced software, etc. We will also be training our students in things like networking, how to build servers, and those sort of things that they would not normally get exposed to. The other thing I should point out is that the user group will also be looking to go into the schools, the primary and secondary schools, because we believe that we need to start from that point, to build from that point here. It's no point waiting till they get to tertiary education level to start. So there are a lot of things that you can do in schools at that age group, at that level. You can teach them to code, you can expose them to simple math games and problems that build up their math skills. So the Power User Group will also be looking into that area, and they will also be looking at collaborations with the private sector. I should also add, since we're talking about telecommunications and information technology, we offer master's programs in mobile technology, mobile apps, as well as e-business, and that fits in well here. One thing we have decided to do is that there are a lot of courses within the master's programs that people will be interested in doing. So for example, we have one called, let me get the name correct, Communication and Security. And that teaches a lot to do with the networks that we would typically use, like 4G, 3G, LTE, also Wi-Fi, also cryptography, security. Typically, to do that course, you would have to do the master's program, but we have decided to take some of those courses and detach them, so to speak, from the master's program and allow those in the private sector and the public in general to take the courses separately. Granted, they would need a little modification, but you will get the same advanced experience that you would get in the master's program. And by doing that, people will not necessarily have to do a whole program and still get the necessary training.
For the past 10 years, Digicel made its name as #1 mobile solutions provider by reducing costs and delivering world-class customer care. Digicel business evolved through a progression of value-added services catering to the business of organizations. We have a portfolio of products and services that meet the needs of clients across the Caribbean, which include companies such as Neela Massey and ICBL. We follow 3 simple steps. We begin by completing free audit of your operational environment. We consult with our industry partners, Cisco, Citrix, and Avaya, and we present the solution to you. Our focus this year is on broadband. Digicel offers 4G broadband throughout the entire Barbados. We've expanded our network considerably by our investment. Today we offer you a solution where you have a wireless modem, a wireless Wi-Fi, or a wireless MiFi device in your home. We have ranging from the MiFi device where you can connect up to 10 people in your home, the Wi-Fi device where you connect up to 7 people in your home, or the simple dongle Wi-Fi device which you can connect on your laptop and on the go. You can visit one of our Digicel stores today for any of your telecommunications needs, whether it be for a handset, which is broadband compatible, or one of our 4G data devices, which is compatible to our broadband. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As I stand before you this morning, I'm filled with a sense of pride as Barbados joins the rest of the globe in celebrating World Telecommunications and Information Society Day. There's no denying that telecommunications, along with information communication technologies, has forever changed our personal and professional landscapes. For us at Lime, the only full-service telecoms provider in Barbados, we have witnessed firsthand advances made in technology and, by extension, the entire telecoms industry. We have seen the progression from wired to wireless. We have seen the surge for broadband and airtime. We have seen the advantages of telecommunications spread across every facet of our daily lives. In short, we see and fully understand your need to be connected. As the Caribbean's leading telecom provider on Barbados' only full service, Lime offers services on 4 fronts: landline, internet, mobile, and entertainment. We operate in 14 countries across the region, and we stand firm on our promise of building and connecting, and thus providing the communities that we serve. Lime continues to offer the most flexible fixed-line phone service with several features that cater to your personal and professional life, and most importantly, your budget. As the internet service provider, Lime also provides the best value for money with various packages that cater to your everyday need. We also offer many value-added services on top of our residential broadband services. We offer such things as free subscription to Caribbean exams, 60 minutes of free calls to the United States, Canada, and the UK on a monthly basis. We also continue to demonstrate our commitment to first-class internet through our $100 million upgrade to our state-of-the-art fiber optic network, a timely investment that will undoubtedly place Barbados at the sharp end of the Caribbean's telecom race. The fiber which we are rolling out today is so advanced that it will be capable of handling the speeds, technology, and volume which we cannot even foresee at this present moment. And of course, the presence of stronger telecommunications networks will almost certainly attract more foreign investment to Barbados, a positive development for everyone here. On the mobile front, we continue to see the need for airtime and data services increase in conjunction with the need to be always connected. With that in mind, we will continue to provide bigger data plans at lower costs so that you get more internet for less. Accordingly, we're also finalizing our upgrades to our 4G network here in Barbados, making it one of the most comprehensive mobile networks to be found anywhere in the Caribbean. And as technologies progress, we stand committed to upgrading our mobile network wherever feasible and possible. In the entertainment arena, our most recent service addition has been with Lime TV. We are proud to deliver a digital television service which offers a great choice of networks, movies, and shows with a robust channel lineup featuring content from North America, Latin America, and the Caribbean. Line TV provides crystal clear, high-definition picture quality and sound delivered over Line's broadband network. In conclusion, Line remains motivated to expand our understanding of the numerous ways in which the core services we offer create prospects for socio-economic growth and improve fiscal performance. We do this in the belief that our ability to influence society in a positive way feeds directly into our own success as an organization. In short, as we better understand the communities we serve, we can continue to deploy innovative communications that further enrich our customers' lives. Barbados, we look forward to serving you, and together, let's always remember to value every moment. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Corey Garrett, the Marketing Manager for Columbus Telecommunications Barbados, and what some of you would know as FLO. Of course, all protocols observed this morning. On behalf of Columbus Barbados, I'd like to thank the Telecommunications Unit for hosting this event, as well as all persons present, and for the opportunity to speak to you today. As we mark World Telecommunications Day tomorrow, Saturday, May 17th, we reflect on how we have progressed and transformed society within the last 10 years. However, as we are guided by this year's theme, Broadband for Sustainable Development, we take note that there is still so much to be done to fully recognize the transformative impact that broadband and ICTs can have on our region. If nothing else, it gives us pause to look closer at our industry from a more collaborative viewpoint and to understand why, as service providers, it's important to work together so that we can define and execute a broad, efficient technology strategy that would address and challenge the barriers to sustainable development in the Caribbean and the region. Competition aside, Columbus has already taken the bold approach to develop cooperative relationships with competing entities to pool resources, allowing us to expand, innovate, enable, and serve in a way that the region has never seen before. This past April, our residential component, FLO, celebrated its one-year anniversary of operations in Barbados. Hi, good morning. My name is Corey Garrett, Marketing Manager for Columbus Telecommunications Barbados Limited. Today we are represented here at the World Telecommunications Day in Heroes Square, Bridgetown, Barbados. I'm going to say a happy World Telecommunications Day to everyone here. FLO, of course, as you know, is our residential brand, supported, of course, by our business arm called Columbus Business Solutions, and today we represent both brands. Columbus Telecommunications Limited has bought several ICT solutions to Barbados, of course also the fastest residential broadband speed. Recently we relaunched that platform, and now residential customers have the choice to have at least 300 megabits delivered to their residential homes. Along with the residential portfolio, as I mentioned before, we also have Columbus Business Solutions, which supports and provides solutions for businesses from small to large. We once again wish you a happy Telecommunications Day, and of course on behalf of FLO, Columbus Business Solutions, and Columbus Barbados Telecommunications, we're happy to be here.